your name?
Virgil Cretsinger.
Virgil. How you doing? Tom Sharp.
Who are you?
Tom Sharp.
Huh?
Tom Sharp.
I tell you, I don't know anybody in Shady anymore.
Is that right? Have you lived here all your life?
Yeah, I was born here, didn't get enough money to get out.
How old are you, Mr. Cretsinger?
I'm 90-year-old.
90 years old.
Be 91 and old.
And you lived here right here in Shady Valley all your life.
I went to Florida and stayed 3 months.
Didn't like it.
Oh, I wouldn't stay down if they give me the state. Then I went to Maryland, but I went up there with the fella. Manual girl down here in Crandall. She died last January. We was married 70 years.
70 years. You had to go all the way to Crandall to get your wife.
Yeah, now that was 6 miles. I'd walk down 6 miles to see her on Saturday night and walk back. Now you can't get them to walk across the street. February 19th. I don't know what year it was. We went to Sparta, South Carolina to get married. She wasn't old enough to get married around here. We went down there.
I had to go to South Carolina. A lot of people did that, didn't they? These young people don't realize that. They don't understand how many people went to South Carolina to get married. You could get married.
It's a different world.
Yeah, you could get married at 16 in South Carolina, couldn't you?
Yeah, she was 17.
So she didn't quite have that 18 yet.
No, we couldn't wait it.
Who was the first family in the valley that you?
Huh?
Who was the first family in the valley that you remember? Who was the first people in the valley?
Well, I don't remember their name. The first ones I remember moved in up here at the schoolhouse back there next to the lake. They was the first ones I remember. But the elders, and those are the first families that I, Jim Eller,
Jim Eller, okay.
They lived down there in Crandall over across the creek there, just before you go out of the valley. He had 17 children. They built a school up here in 35, 36. I was in the 5th grade. And they bought 2 buses and they run 2 trips. One to Crandall, 2 to Crandall, 2 to Upper Shady. And they'd go to Crandall, they'd go to Avery Eller's and Dennis Blevins's and Matt Mains's, and they'd get a load. Avery Eller had 15 or 16 going to school in, and Mains, they had 10, and Blevins's, they had 9.
And so they go to 3 houses and they had the school bus.
Yeah, they get a bus loaded.
Okay, and head on back up to the school with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they make another trip. They make 2 trips.
Now, was that Ned Blevins' family that you talked about? With the Blevins, was that Ned Blevins' family?
Yeah, as Dennis, that was Ned's dad.
Dennis Blevins, okay. So you were in the 5th grade when the school started?
Huh?
You were in the 5th grade when the school started?
Yeah.
Where did you go before then?
They had, you know where the Harmon Church is?
Yes, sir.
Where that house is across the road? There's a little old schoolhouse, 2-room schoolhouse set there then. I went there.
You went to Harmon School? Harmon School. How about that? Yeah.
Yeah. I was in the 5th grade, and see, I don't know, I guess we had 15 or 20 in that school, Well, when they built the school there, there's 200 and some in it. I had all these other youngins to get acquainted with. And Noy Blevins, he taught school. And so when they graduated, Dad went to him and said, Noy said, what about Virgil? He said he passed. He barely passed, but he said he ought to take it over. So you know what, I took it over. Said it in high school. I had an accident when I was 14. Had a hunting accident. And Preacher McEwen, he was the coach over at football. He said, why don't you come out for football? I weighed a little more than I do now, 180 pounds. And I said, get this hand hurt. I said, he said, I can get you a glove made for that. I said, what? He said, yeah. I said, I can get you a glove and they'll put string wire in the back of it and cover it. And he said, you can wear it, they'll pass it. I said, well, you get it, I'll play. So he got me a glove and I played football for a year. I got a scholarship to Leeds McRae if I hadn't got married.
So you could have played football at Leeds McRae if you'd have gone on
yeah,
and done it,
I
huh?
just waited. Well, I ain't regretted it.
Now how
we didn't meet till the consolidated schools, you know. And I told her I was all on the front porch one time. I was a kind of, and I caught her and kissed her, and I said I never did get over it.
How many kids did you have?
4.
4.
Yeah, I told somebody, asked me here a while back, how many young'uns you got? I said, I got 3 boys and they've all got a sister. Said, you mean you got 6 young'uns? I said, no, I just got 4. I said, they've all got a sister. I got 3 boys and a girl. Yeah, somebody asked me a while back what I contribute my long life to. I said, I don't know. I said, I never drunk no whiskey, nor coffee, nor smoked. I said, that's all I can think of. I can remember breakfast, you know, we had to eat breakfast. I mean, and Dad, he usually cooked the breakfast. Back then they'd hang they'd go in at the winter and just slice off and they'd fix breakfast. But I had to eat a little dish of oatmeal before I could eat any of that. They'd make gravy and all that. But I had to eat a little dish of oatmeal before I could eat it. And I never did understand that.
Yeah,
I'd eat it before I would. If I didn't eat it, I wouldn't get none of that other. So I knew I had to eat it.
You wanted a chunk of that ham and gravy, didn't you?
Yeah. Ham and gravy and biscuit. Dad never did whip me but one time. And that was my job. That wood box behind the cook stove, it better be full by dark, you know. That's my job. I don't care what. And I got busy one evening doing something, and I didn't. That wood box was empty. It got dark. And he said, that wood box got to be full. I said, it's dark. I'm afraid. I ain't going to get out. When he got done, I wasn't afraid. I got out.
Do you know when Highway 421 come across the mountain?
No, I don't know when it come, but I remember when it was just a gravel road.
Do you?
Yeah.
What year did they pave it? Do you remember then?
It's in the 40s, I think.
40s?
I can't keep up with dates. I wish I'd have wrote down, you know, kept it kind of a diary.
Yeah.
But now I'm glad I didn't.
But prior to, would you remember that? Now, what year was you born?
I was born in 28.
Okay, so in the 30s it would have been gravel.
Oh yeah. I don't know when. I think telephone and the lights, electricity come in the valley about the time they, I think before they maybe tarred the road. I'd say it was in late 40s.
Do you know, Lida, do you know when the electricity and power came in?
About 46, I think.
46?
Hey, Raoul was the first one to get flights on in Shady.
Who's that?
Hey, Raoul Blevins, down there behind the Harmon Church.
Okay. Down behind Harmon Church?
Yeah,
oh, really?
hey, Raoul Blevins, yeah.
Okay. And she was the first to get electricity. How about that? Now, when did they get phones?
Oh, let's see, they got phones later, didn't they?
When did you first get a telephone?
Is that old party line?
I don't know.
I don't
know. We was one of the nicest to get phones.
One now.
You know, part of the lines, you know, you had, if you picked it up in somebody's arms, you had to wait.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get the gossip, you would hold it and talk to. I can remember when there wasn't but 3 cars in Shady.
Really? 3 cars?
3 cars.
Pete Adams and who else?
Huh?
Pete Adams and who else? Pete Adams. Pete Adams had the first car.
No. Dennis and Scott Hawks and a garden lived over, had know if we wanted to go, had to go anywhere, we tried to get in touch with Scott Hawks. And Dennis took me to the hospital.